Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, and it is time for another Facebook Live. So I come to you every Wednesday with some fun new project to show you, and then the next week I give away the project we make. So tonight we're going to make this card. Last week we made this fun birthday card. I've been trying to showcase things that are retiring. So I will tell you at the end who won that. I have some other Hello Kiwi cards to show you also after we make this. But before we get started, let me share this video with my group. I always come live on my Facebook page, but then I have a group also, and so I want to be sure it's shared over there in case somebody is looking for it there. Okay, there we go. So this stamp set is just a standalone stamp set. Doesn't have any dies or anything. And this is the Hello Kiwi. These are like raspberries, maybe. They look to me like raspberries. I love a good splatter. And then you've got your kiwis. And there's a trick I'll show you with cutting these out. And some great sentiments. So this is a set that is retiring. I meant to check before I came on tonight, make sure it was still available. I haven't checked. But if it's still online, it's available, but it will not be available after the end of April. So if this is something you want, I would grab it soon. You don't know when things are going to go be out of stock and they won't have them anymore. And so once they're gone, they're gone. Hey, buddy. All right, so let's get started making this. I am also using one of our colors that is retiring. Oh, you don't care about all that. So this is Parakeet Party. That is one of the in colors that's retiring. So let's get all of our pieces out here. Another thing that is retiring, this is the in color ribbon, Parakeet Party twine, Baker's twine. It comes in a pack with all 5 of the in colors, so this is retiring. We also are using some of the in color pearls. Those are retiring. And then this plaid or gingham paper is in Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, and Pecan Pie, and Pretty Peacock. And it is retiring. And it is really a lot of fun. Now, this is Lemon Lime Twist instead of Parakeet Party, but really it goes fine with it. And then the last retiring thing we're using, I was trying to use a lot of stuff, is this Geometric Patterns embossing folder. So it's 2 different folders, and they're the narrower ones, so they're just this small. They can go through the mini cut and emboss machine. Okay, that's all of the pieces that we're using. So let's do our stamping first. Let me get all of these other pieces and set them aside. All right, so we're going to stamp our kiwi. Now this is a photopolymer set, which means it's clear. So I'm going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I don't think it really matters, but I think I did the inside first. Now I'm going to stamp the inside of the kiwi in Granny Apple Green so that they show up a little bit better. So you can see they're darker than the cardstock that they're on. Oops, about lost that. So this is what I mean by photopolymer. It's clear and it doesn't have any of that cushion that a rubber stamp does. So it just gives you a better image if you stamp it on the foam mat, the piercing mat. All right, and then I have my little half kiwi. Hopefully I didn't put that one too far over. Oh, it's going to be close. I should have scooted that one just a little bit. Now my gingham paper and my cardstock here is Pecan Pie, but because these were going to be kind of on top of the Pecan Pie, I did get some of this out of the way here. The outlines in Early Espresso. That way I know that they'll show up against that Pecan Pie. So let's do this one. And I don't know if there's a right or wrong way, just however it fits. It's not going to be a perfect, it's not like it fits exactly one way. Whoops. So there's that outline. And then we need our, and it adds the little seeds and stuff in the middle. So now let's do this one. This one is the hardest one for me, especially when I'm not right over it. Not too bad. Okay. And then one more thing to stamp while we're stamping. So that's done stamping. We have our little basic white strip that we're going to stamp our sentiment on. And this time I am using the pecan pie so that it will match with the rest of the stuff. So I decided to do happy birthday. I can always use birthday cards. And I'm going to stamp it towards the left because I'm going to banner cut that end on the right. There we go. All right, that is all of our stamping. Let's set that aside. We can get rid of this. Now, the trick I was going to tell you about for our kiwi, you can use the 2-inch circle punch. And it will punch out this full kiwi. Again, it's not going to be exactly because a kiwi is not quite a perfect circle, but it's good enough. And then you can do the same thing with your half kiwi. And then you just take a pair of snips. Let me grab those real quick. And you just cut it in half. And there you go. Now you have your kiwis ready. Isn't that cute? All right, let's start assembling. Oh, I got that pretty long. Let's banner cut this end. So if you haven't seen me do this, I just make a snip in the middle, and then I just snip from each corner. Oh, I should have used the punch. There's a punch that will do this that is also retiring. So I should have used that. All right, now we have all our pieces. We're ready to put it together. So let's get our cardstock. And then I'm going to put our designer series paper on here first. That way, if it's just a little bit wide, too wide, I can trim it before I add it to my card base. And so and I should have shown you, so you can kind of tell here in the middle, it kind of went over double and it's not pretty, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cover it all up. Now, if you weren't going to cover it up, you could line it up so that it would match and you could do a full piece of cardstock like this with those skinnier embossing folders. But I knew I was going to cover up a big part of the middle of it. Oh, that's the wrong one. Well, we're going to do this one backwards. This one's going to be opposite. So on this one, I used the bigger gingham for the pecan pie and the smaller for the granny apple or parakeet party. But this time, it's going to go this way, which is fine. It will be fine. Now I don't have to use liquid glue on this one since it's not right on the embossed piece, but that's what I had handy, so. Oops, let me just scoot over a little bit. And you've got a little bit of time with this liquid glue to move it around. All right, and that looks good. I don't see any showing through on the back. So this can go on our card base now. I think I didn't mention the reason I'm using this liquid glue is anytime it's embossed, I like to use this liquid glue. It gets down in those little crevices better, and I think it holds better than the snail. Sometimes you will also find, or the seal, Stamp and Seal. Sometimes you will also find when you use your Stamp and Seal on it, that it will kind of, it's because the cardstock has been embossed and it's kind of broken down those fibers, it will kind of rip it sometimes. So, all right. Let's get our kiwi over here. Now what I did is I kind of glued these together. So I just took a little bit of glue and put it on this end because that's where I'm going to attach it to the other kiwi. So I just kind of laid that on there about how I thought I wanted it, and then just glue that to the other piece. So I just put a little bit on that corner. And now I'm going to get my dimensionals. I'm going to use some paper pumpkin ones because my other one is down to the edges. Whoops. These are just some leftover from a paper pumpkin. Now I have glue on my fingers. And they work just as well. All right. I'll put this on with dimensionals. And I want it to be kind of like that. All right, then this guy. So now we have our sentiment. And I'm going to put some seal on the back of it. And then, I don't think I mentioned this. On my blog, after this video is done, I will have the dimensions for everything that I used. So you don't need to worry about the sizes of everything. I will put it on my blog. So I'm just taking a length of twine. I'll tell you how big. And I'm just wrapping it around my fingers. Whoops, come back here. I lost my end. And then I'm just going to put it on the back of this. And you can have the end stick out. That's perfectly okay. I like to have mine not sticking out. So, whoop. There we go. And then just take a dimensional on each end. I kind of made that a little close there, didn't I? Let's see if we can stick one in there. There we go. This guy will go. And I tried to put it up here, but it seemed too much with all of that. So I ended up putting it, I think I put it like right along the edge there. There. And you can kind of fluff those if you want. All right, now the last thing we need is our bling, and then it's done. Like I said, these are the Parakeet Party in color pearls. They're beautiful. You have Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, and Starry Sky. And I love all these colors. And I'm sad they're going away, but we're getting some more pretty colors. So in the new catalog, we'll get 5 new in colors. So I'm going to put 3 of these on. I should put more on, shouldn't I, just to use them up. And there you go. There is our card, our Kiwi card. Hello, Kiwi. And I thought this is light enough you can write on it, but you could certainly put a white insert in there and stamp some more Kiwis if you wanted. All right, let me show you the other cards I have made with this set. And then I will tell you who won last week's. So this is another Kiwi card, and it's kind of a fun fold. You've seen us do this when the card is this way, and we do that same fun fold that way, but I did it a little bit different on this one. And this one says thanks. This is the Delightfully Eclectic paper that will also be retiring. These matte dots that come in white, vanilla, and black, those and gray, those are retiring. So many things, but so many wonderful things coming. So here's I made it like I know blueberries don't look like this, but I made it like a blueberry, like a blue raspberry. We can do whatever we want when we're doing this. It doesn't have to be completely accurate. So here's some more of those in color pearls. I use a splatter stamp, and this I think is the in color designer series paper. So this is Blueberry Bushel, and thanks Betty, and Tahitian Tide, I think, if I remember right. I don't have it written on the back. These ones look like raspberries, and this is some more of just the paper. This is Berry Burst and Bubble Bath. And so I did one full strength and a couple stamped off. And these, I don't remember. These are tinsel. And I don't know if they're, and I don't remember if they're in a pack that's carrying over or not. And then a couple more Kiwi cards. I love that. You hold the Kiwi to my heart. And this is just crumb cake. I embossed it with the timber embossing folder. And that's probably, yeah, pecan pie and then granny apple green, but I did it on white that time. So there's the difference between stamping it on white and stamping it on Parakeet Party. And I think I like that better. It looks more realistic because kiwis are green all the way through. I love kiwis. I don't know if you like to eat them, but I do love to eat them. And then one more birthday card. And it's using those same in color dots. And the early espresso and probably either lemon lime twist or Parakeet Party. I have a hard time telling them apart. Yeah, I think it's the Parakeet Party. And some more of those dots. And our vellum, I put some vellum behind it. This is actually a pattern vellum, but our regular vellum is retiring, which I am really, really sad about. Because I do use that as a nice buffer between designer series paper and in a focal point. So there, you'll have to tell me which one you like better, whether you like the pecan pie with the little checks or the big checks. And next week, somebody will win this card that we made. And last week, we made this fun birthday card with the balloons. And so all of this, I think, was retiring. And the winner of that is Betty. So Betty, I will get that to you. I think tomorrow night. I'll see you tomorrow night. So I'll get it to you then. All right. That is it for this evening. Shortly, I will have the dimensions on my blog. So if you want to make a card like this, you can. Even if it's not with the stamp set, you can use the layout for lots of different things. All right. Well, thank you so much, and I will see you next week. You're welcome, buddy. Bye.